How'd your celebration go?
Really well. It was the week, and each of the different nights they went really well. We had Monday night was a historical night, so and we had a CBTD bus that took people around to see our new plaques that our historic plaques that we put out throughout the city. And then Tuesday and Wednesday night we had a pickleball tournament. Thursday night was a parade and a drone show that was very cool. You can see Rob's videos on it. And then Friday night, and we had brats and sauerkraut on Thursday night. Friday night was our traditional turkey dinner and concert and dance. So, and then Saturday morning was a fun run and a pancake breakfast. So it worked out well.
Nice to have it all.
Yeah, I didn't have to do much. I got to just show up. But for those that were really part of it, I'm sure they were glad to have it over. I've been there, done that. So it's always nice to have it over, and then you already got it in your head for next year. So it's never really over. So you got everybody now, Mark? Okay. All right. Ryan, are you and Ty on? Okay. Welcome to our Administrative Land Use Authority meeting. It's August 23rd, 2023. We're in the Providence City office building at 164 North Gateway Drive. We have one item on our, in attendance, we have Max Pierce, our city engineer. I'm Scarlett Bankhead, Community Development, and Rob Stapler, our Public Works Director. We also have Ryan Snow, our city manager. Ty Cameron, our city recorder. Diane Campbell, our zoning specialist. Colton Love, our stormwater technician. And then I'll let you introduce your group in a minute. We do have representatives from the applicant. Our first item of business is a commercial site plan and floodplain permit. It says Providence City Administrative Land Use Authority acting as floodplain administrators will consider for approval of floodplain permit and commercial site plan for Blackstone Products located at 549 South Highway 165 in Providence. Diane, do you want to take a minute and introduce this?
We got the complete application and on May 13th, 2022. As findings of fact, we follow the Providence City Codes 1085, which is commercial zone district, 827, initial and connection to system for sewer, 818, installation of water lines, 849, installation of connection to the stormwater system, 1094, frontages, curb, gutter, and sidewalk, and the official zoning map revised June 2022. Conclusions of law, the property is located in a commercial general district, and the applicant meets the requirements of 1085 with the following conditions. The applicant will continue to meet all relevant federal, state, county, and Providence City rules, laws, codes, and ordinances. Approval by the city of any application or paperwork submitted does not alleviate the owners and or their agents from their responsibility to understand and conform to local, state, and federal laws. Providence City's approval is not intended to and cannot be construed to allow any laws to be violated.
And we do need to add one thing to the findings of fact. Okay, we need to add 1016 floodplain regulations or whatever that is, however it's titled. Okay. Can't remember how the new one's titled. So this has been a long process in coming. We took a couple of steps at the city council meeting last Wednesday night. That's why we delayed this one to this meeting. Ryan, would you mind taking just a minute and updating on what happened that affected this during city council?
Yeah, so we've talked about the lift station location, and we have now acquired the property needed. So we've got that signed and inked and I think sent to the recorder. Maybe not yet.
got ours signed. I haven't had theirs signed back, so.
Oh, okay, well, we've signed ours, we're waiting. But we're processing our side, so it should be good to go. And then we have the reimbursement agreement that was approved. So I think on our side, we've made our steps so that we're now balls in your court, I think. So we're happy to pass those balls back. So anyway, I think things went well. The council was all on board with that. So anyway, made it good.
I don't care which team member, do a couple of you want to come and sit up here at the table so you can talk in the mic? And then anybody else that you want to have come up. And Mark, why don't you come up to the mic just a minute and introduce everyone on your team?
Okay, we've got Colby Gill, a Blackstone employee who's our risk manager and will be heavily involved with construction. Ongoing with the building. And then Jeff Cedal, hope I said that right, from Civil Solutions, who's kind of carrying forward the work that Tyler Monk and others at Civil have done for us. I had him come up specifically because floodplain permit, had been on those last items, and so I'm here to speak to that. I also have Quinn Bowman from our team, facilities EHS manager, also will be very involved in our building work project. And then we also have Kyle Barry, who kind of represents us from a legal standpoint. Anyway, so that's our team. And I'm Mark McConkey. I'm the compliance officer, VP of compliance at Blackstone.
Okay, all right, thank you, great. Max and Rob, you want to discuss the additions to the construction drawings or anything, or how would you like?
We want to compare our final notes related to construction drawings, so I think they're on the path to get them signed and move things right along. So that's great news. And that's a note or two, and they already are submitted for us to review when we get a free moment so that we can actually see what's underneath those huge asphalt layers that covered everything up. But I think well, we can shape construction.
So you saw the 3 pages they brought in.
I saw that they brought them in, they're on my desk, and Max and I need to find a moment to link up.
Okay, so, but your feeling is that we'll be ready to sign. Go
It'll be
forward.
pretty straightforward, yeah.
Okay, all right. As far as the floodplain permit, which is really what we have to formally approve here today, we do have the application that was signed by Mark McConkey on July 14th of this year. And it's for new construction, non-residential, qualifies for substantial, and they will be doing grading, parking lot, and it's permanent structures. It is in a special hazard zone. The base flood elevation has been provided, and the 3 sheets that we just got, that included some of the floodplain elevation in it, correct, gentlemen?
I don't know that it was on the,
On this list that we didn't need redone.
Oh, it's on there. Okay, all right. As long as we've got what we need in the construction package, I'm good with that. So that being said, is there anything left that we don't have that would prevent me from signing this application?
nothing I'm aware of.
Okay, great.
I am looking at what was attached to this land use meeting, and there's a little bit of discrepancy when it comes to the actual signable, almost signable plans versus what's in this package.
Yeah, the packet probably has some old sheets there that I didn't have a replacement for.
It's Yeah, it's got the old water main from a long time ago locations, and that's changed dramatically since.
Okay, so we won't be approving, the only thing in the packet, that we are going to be approving is the floodplain development application permit. We won't, the other information is just backup documentation. It's not up for approval. That's going to be done when Max signs the construction drawings. So we're not the approval. No, Max sits on this body, and Rob does too, and they're very involved in the review. Max is the one that's the approval authority for construction drawings. So he'll approve the appropriate drawings. And do you have any questions, concerns from your end? Mark, you look like you want to ask some.
Not a concern, just a question. So will that signing require another
No.
formal meeting, hearing, or just be done?
No, we'll review, make sure everything's good on those last plans that were submitted and then sign them.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that part, this, just make sure that everybody understood that separate. The floodplain administrator and the administrative land use authority are one and the same. And so we have to operate in a public meeting. The construction drawings are approved by the city engineer. As an individual, he does not have to meet the Open Meetings Act. So he just approves them and signs them when he's ready and,
Okay.
or when they're ready, and then we move forward.
Okay.
And then once we get those, we will sign, and you'll need to contact Tara and we'll get a pre-construction meeting going and get you on your way.
Okay. Very good. Our architect is not here today, but I do think they have some final versions of those site documents for you.
We will need those to be signed, because
Yeah.
what was submitted was just inserts more or less, and we don't want to just shove in the old set of plans. We'll need a whole new set or to be signed, full sets of the civil drawings.
Yeah.
And so we need the building plans for Max to sign the building code, that's like 80 pages or something, right? So
Do you want that printed out or do you want that in a PDF?
We can do it however you want. I mean, well, let's see, you want hard copies, at least 2 then, Ron?
these two for
Okay.
Public Works.
And Scarlett wants the 11 by 17.
But- Well, the signing can happen 2 ways. You can either print out all of the hard copies and have Max sign 5 hard copies, 4 large and 1 11 by 17. Or you can email him a complete packet, send it to him electronically, a complete packet for signature. Once he signs that, then you can print out the signed copies. We don't have a big printer, so we need you guys to print out the signed copies. And then you could get us 2 hard copies for here and
Would you rather the 5 up front, will that speed it up? I can just do that now. That probably
Not
be more.
necessarily. Either way, it's about the same time frame. So
I'll just get them printed out when I'm getting one.
Okay.
4 large copies, 1 11 by 17.
yes,
Provided, they're
Large meeting 11, 24
Some
by
people on the
36,
max have-
not a big giant ones.
Yeah. like that.
24 by 36.
Ones.
yeah, you might want to wait, like Rob just said. I mean, let's take a look at what you submitted just to make sure. I mean, I hate to have you print all those and then not have them where we can sign them.
Well, I'll get an email it over to you then, so you have the finalized one. Make
That's
sure
right.
It's the same.
That works good.
that would be good because then they'll know where you're inserting those pages. If you email us,
Make things clear.
yes. Any other questions? No. The record of decision from here acts as the commercial site plan zoning clearance. They will need to pay their impact fees. But no, they don't get the other. I mean, you use one to give them their totals, but the official record of decision for the commercial site plan is the record of decision. So. Anything else? And did you hear Diane Kobe? We don't want huge plants, 20 by 30 or 24 by 36 in that range. Not the 48 by 60 or whatever. They're large. So, okay, if there are no other questions, are there any other comments from staff or the applicants? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve the floodplain development permit for the Blackstone project, Blackstone Products headquarters to be located at approximately 549 South Highway 165, which I do have a question. Have we given this address? Have you provided this address to the county? Has anybody given this address to the county or the utilities yet?
Yes.
Yes.
They should have done it with-
Okay, all right, then I won't worry about doing that, so, okay. All right, that being said, I would entertain a motion to approve the floodplain development permit and site plan.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Max Pierce, second by Rob Stately, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Thank you very much for your time and looking forward to seeing that building in real life. Been a minute getting it here, so it'll be fun to watch. So. We don't have any other items on our agenda. I do think there was a misunderstanding between what we needed from our last meeting with the applicant from our last meeting. We need to get a hold of them and let them know just exactly what we need, and then we can get them rescheduled. So, but other than that, I don't have anything else. If anyone else has anything that they feel like we need to put on a future agenda, if not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion to adjourn by Rob Stately, second